Alright, anything should happen any minute now, and once we have everything confirmed, we'll just start playing the music and start working on, oops, that's the wrong thing, this one right here. Yeah, that is a personal project, we don't want to have that though. Anyway, yeah, new months, anything should happen any minute now, and once we have everything confirmed. Okay, we got that. Twitter, yep, there's Twitter. There's the twatters. And am I live on Twitch? Good, we're live on Twitch. Yep. No, I was in the loop for a second. Anyway. I finally at least patched up the audio issue I was having. So, for reference, I was trying to use the Sound Blaster software that comes with my sound card for a lot of audio gating, and it just was not working no matter how I set it up. Almost had it working like 1 or 2 times, but then I'd restart Windows, or Windows have an update, and it just completely breaks. And it's hard to test it, and sometimes it just seems to deteriorate over streams too. So, we are now going to be using NVIDIA Broadcast as the solution. So, that one actually works. I have an NVIDIA card, so it makes sense. I'm going to turn the noise down a little bit on my speaking part here, so it's no longer red the whole time. There, that might be a bit better. Let me see how it sounds on YouTube at this moment. So, that one actually works. I have an NVIDIA card, so it makes sense. I'm going to turn the noise down a little bit on my speaking part here, so it's no longer red the whole time. There, that might be a bit better. Let me see how it sounds on YouTube at this moment. So, that one actually works. I have an NVIDIA card, so it makes sense. Alright, a little bit behind. Maybe I did have it back up to where it was. Maybe it was just fine as it was. Huh. I think my desktop audio is lower, but it wasn't cutting out like I kind of assumed it was. Maybe there's a little bit of an overdraft allows, which is good then. I'm happy about that then. The main point is that my speaking voice is the loudest thing on the stream, so that actually works. Anyway, we can start the music now. Yippee. Yep, sorry, it's still a little scuffed. We're testing things out individually still. Anyway, we're going to actually work on the game now. If it will load. Godot game engine. Alright, so where we left off last time, we fixed the UI issue. I might need to actually make more of a barrier side issue, but that's fine. It's fine as is. And we also added Vtuber, which summons a hammer. Not a hammer, sorry. Summons a pipe. Because that's Neurosama's one of her favorite attacks. And we finished the Master Roshi house because it's hilarious. And we also made the enemy Dokis shoot lasers. So, just a quick preview of what we did last time. Oof. Ow. Oh yeah, spawn probably still happening. That's another worry about later. Something to worry about later. Anyway, and we can select multiple characters. Honestly... Oh, and it should still be full controller support, so... my face! Dropped the camera twice now. I was moving the controller. Ignore that. Oh, it's over here now. Okay. Okay, and the chords are overlining each other. That's why it's... Okay. Ignore that. Anyway, we have full controller support, so you can add characters. With characters. I'm using the controller right now to select things. I might actually want to improve that so it just goes to the next inline rather than where it currently was, but that's not the main point. Anyway. Anyway, perfect team in my opinion. Have a crab, the crab bro, probably the Hinya cube. Actually, that'd probably be best last. So, probably want to have a archer. He doesn't. His position doesn't matter. Their position doesn't matter. And that. This is the everything team. Yippee. Healing's pretty important. And we can use the crab to deal damage, and we fixed the crab also last time. What's their bug? Oof. Oh, we lost the Ina. Oh, that's not gonna end up good. Yeah, let's try that again. Yeah, I'm bad at my own game. Although I'm also on controller at the moment. Let's try that layout. I wonder how that works. Oh, that was a one shot. We need to think of more maps. We also need to do other things. Rather than a blatant DBZ reference, which is what this map currently is. See, I can actually play my own game. Except, didn't realize the Dokis were going to deal that much damage, and I run into them, and I still take a lot of damage. Oof. But we have a weird solution. Let's go all birds. That way our bullets will block out the sun. No, this is probably the most OP team at the moment. Unless you run into that. Of course, that's more me not paying attention. So actually, that would mean the most OP team... Oh. Well, this is not the most OP team. This is the team that's going to die. Okay. Most OP team might unironically be this. Oh, we can run into someone stupidly too. I'm moving on. This being the most OP team. Because I can also make some mistakes and just collect healing. Something I can fall real quickly. Okay. Well, that's like a creeper explosion. Just not good. Always bad for you. Anyway. Oh, I probably should pull up plans, because I realize my brain's a tiny bit blank on what I want to do exactly. I know that's what I wanted to do last time, but a little bit of Jira does help with this. I thought it was locked. Why are you... Oh, there we go. Don't want to reveal my other plans, just making sure we have the right one. Unfortunately, I've been pretty busy with work this week, so I didn't really come up with many extra plant maps. But we can go over some character thoughts real quick. Now, we said that one was effectively finished. Finished for now. We might add more stuff to it later. More, like, Neurosummon shenanigans. We don't want to do these two for different reasons. Here could be interesting. We can make a little flame close by thing. So unlike the Sabo one, which will be a snap damage, this one will be like a consistent damage, what they could do. So alternatively, fire damage. Because someone's a snap and it's dead. See. A Rory Crony could stop something with a clock as their mascot. I'm kind of going off a Holic here for that one. I'm not 100% certain. I mean, we could literally do a Hope Soda, and that's just healing over time. So that could be literally a mascot we could do for Iris, if we decide to do that one. We haven't done any Gen 2 / that. I kind of want to do Mume one, but that's... I'm not sure it would be the best mascot for her. Hope Soda, though, is a perfect mascot. So... I am almost ironically thinking that should be what we do. Bijou should legitimately just be brain rot. Oh god, did I get their gens wrong? Oh no. Gen 3. Hell, I'll be in Gen 3. Oh, that is not English Gen 3. Okay, I did get the... I do the right gen, okay. Did not watch much of Gen 4, sadly, and I'm kind of sad about that. And I'm pretty sure they're sad too. I know it's Justice. Justice! Pretty cool in concept. I haven't done anything really from Face Connect either. So... this will just be a plain insult, Slumpkin Slipper. So, we might just do that. And we might just do, Hope Soda. I want to do Hope Soda first. I also added one UI element in. So if I go back into the game, something I want to do today is when you hover over a character like this, it have a little thing pop out to the side or this side or something that tells you what their skills are. And same if you hover over here. So I want to have a thing that says, hey, this is the character's health, this is their damage, this is what their skill does. Number 2, we also want to increase the size of the buttons in this menu. So, first off, let's increase the size of those buttons. So, let's get the unfun parts out of the way first. So, we put stuff like that under scenes, which is just the UI elements. We probably should do refactor this at some point. This is perfect. So, I want character selector, and not that character selector, that's the script. Selector menu. Am I not in the right menu? Center on that. Right, it wouldn't have anything to show at this moment. Okay, that makes sense actually. Let's make it a bit wider. So, if I remember correctly, the code was based off the height here. So, we need to make that container larger. So, no, what's the scale? I don't want to use scale anyway, I want to use layout dimensions. Can I just literally squish, swamp, and then we got what we kind of want? Almost. Now the characters are too small. Buttons are the right size though. That one is a little bit smaller though. I mean, I don't just go to the next button, but that's all I want. Alright, oh yeah, let's transform I was actually looking for. There's that, and we'll make that X. Oh, well, maybe not. Ah, there it is. I'm gonna make that X. Transform. Then we're giving the characters more room to breathe. But we'll make the characters bigger too on the screen. I mean, that is the real in-game size, but and that problem is mostly solved too. Like it fits most UI sizes. It might need to be refined a little bit later, but it works good for now. Unfortunately, every temporary solution is a permanent solution, so I just want to avoid doing that too hard. Anyway, from the button code. Where's the character? Where's the blacksmith? It's a Markiplier reference for anybody that watches this years later. And that's an old Markiplier reference. Cool. Anyway, where's the character? It's gonna be that button. We don't know where's that button. There's some function called menu tail, and I don't even remember that function. Because it's the only thing in there. Code. Oh, if I ever think of another utility and then I start looking in scripts, I might remember it. Okay, so we got them in scale. Put the entity in the center. You need to figure out the entity.scale. Do min scale for now. See how that works. I do not think this is an option. I don't think I'm going to do the math. Because right now the scale of 1's fine. If we times it by like the scale it'll end up being, that's like times 90 or something. Which scale is 45. So maybe we take the minimum scale, divide it by 45. 45. And that'll give us the result we want. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's about what we want. So yippee. Probably should plan that. But now the buttons are a bit too big on the full screen. It feels like advertising filtering. So let's change that to about like 40. Or not 40, let's make that 60. And we'll make this 60. It'll be a little bit bigger, which is fine. Forgot how OP the all Saba one is. We can improve that house a bit too. I'm seeing some of the pixel lazy job I did, and I think we need to make it just more clear. Especially there, and there. Oh, we lost one. My eyes are size it full. Yeah, that's better. Not perfect, but better. One sec. Sorry, I'm back. Anyway, yeah, back to what we're thinking. So, fixed, we made the UI a little bit better, which is what I want to do. We wanted to make a character stat sheet. So, we do the character, we can do it in our scene. At this point, I want to start refactoring world. Not world, I meant to say scenes. And rename some of these fields, because these fields are getting bad in naming. And this script doesn't do anything anymore, so I want to remove it. Because now the code automatically does it. Game over. It still runs that script. And the script does nothing now. So there we go. Now we can remove it. Save. Well, no, we didn't save it. Save. Now we can safely remove. Can we safely remove it now? Whatever. I don't care. It should be safe to remove now. Unless that's fit to script. So dumb. I'm so dumb. Do what I did? Oh, okay. Remove that. Now we saved. So it was telling the truth. I was just dumb. Well, that happens. Anyway. Sorry, I'm tired. So, right, we want to make a. I guess we should refactor. We like refactor. Menus. Should we separate scripts out? We should, because we keep mixing them up. So we're gonna do scripts. Maybe put that under menus actually. There we go. That's better. So yeah, character selector GD goes in scripts. Controller. Which one was controller? Oh, that's. No, it is the main controller. Game over is a script. This one, resource. Okay, so we are going to have resources here with hidden button theme. Menu, that is an actual menu. So actually we should make it, I don't know what it'd be called. We have menus, and then the menus of the menus. I'll just call it structure. So we're going to call them structure. So my menu is a script. So we go there. And select our menus there too. We're going to make sure these have a parallel name. So selector menu needs selector menu is its name. So selector menu, main menu, it's main menu. Game over is game over. There, that is a lot better structure. So I'm not questioning myself when I read it. Let's make sure everything runs. See, we removed a scene there, so it's going to be structure or menus structure. Okay. Yeah, we can use VS Code to quickly find these, actually. Oh, good. We don't have the other project open. I was worried that we would. think I had them both open actually at some point. Anyway. So we should take anything res scene. So there. Menu. Structure. So that's probably one there. We already got it there. Menu util. That's completely different. That's going to be resources. Is it with an S or without an S? With an S. Okay. And worlds. Also going to have some of the same thing. Menu structures. Structures with an S. Nope, structure. Make sure I didn't mess up any of those other spots. Good. Alright, let's close all to make sure we got them all good. That one's good. Okay. How do we change that? Oh, not I thought I fixed that. Okay, let's restart that. Okay. This is the mess. Okay. Oh, menus. Oh, that actually would not be good. So I did menu. Yep. Okay, anything that's named that. Let's type it with an S. Alright, start over. This could be a simple explanation. What is it parsing? Oh. It's the one thing I hate about Godot's editor. Okay, let's start over. There we go. And we can select characters. We can start the game. Now can we die? There we go. And we should click new game. We have to do this again. There we go, we died. Anyway, back to main menu, and we can exit the game. Alright, refactor complete, and everything works as planned, so we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. So, I like when things work. Anyway, back to the actual thing here. So we got the menu, we got that. Character sheets things. So now we want to make character sheets. So call this the base character. Under this, we're gonna have scripts and scripts and structure. Scripts, and I want to make sure I'm consistent. Scripts, structure. Okay, and now we're going to create the scene. Character. Oh, character sheet. So I didn't like this. I'm running the whole thing menus and then move this to like control menus or something. I don't know, whatever floats my boat. Anyway. Do we actually have on hover? We might have to use like a on enter 2D with UI. I actually don't know what it is off the top of my head for Godot. Oh, I should just go with the character selector bit. Oh no, let's look at this because this actually has buttons. I just realized those to be a bit wide. Anyway, is there on hover? Was focus entered and exited. So we might do that. We might do mouse entered and focus entered and then focus exit and mouse exit for the solution then. Not the prettiest solution, but it'll work. And we can decide which character UI they split out based off the character. Oh! Boy. Is there a grid layout option? We can do like a grid layout of the attributes and what they do, and then maybe explanations of what they do. That'd be perfect. So, character sheet. Change that to... No, it doesn't need to be its own content. But it doesn't need to be control. There we go. Is there like almost like the VBox and other box? I wonder if there's like a row or... Let's see, in HTML will be a table. Well, not a table. We could do VBox. Maybe there's just box containers, and maybe we can set up like rows of 2 to 3. Maybe boxes is not what we want. It literally is just VBox containers with HBox underneath. Maybe just box. Maybe there's another box I'm not knowing about. It's certainly not checkbox. I'm not sure. HBox. Yeah, VBox. We could just have one VBox or HBox per thing. So we have this like be the health row. We might as well just use one character if we have the descriptions right. So this can be energy row. Description. Description. Maybe we do like a text area for that. Whatever would be rich text label. And I have a minimum container. No, well, that's not what we're for. Looking for minimum width space or minimum height. Oh no, that doesn't matter. Not theme, input. Maybe it is layout I'm thinking. And it needs container sizing. These values cannot be altered due to the parent control. I assumed rich text label let me do it. I should look for layout. Maybe I can actually control its layout. And I can't. Can I control that? No, it doesn't matter. Just want text to be visible here. Oh, we got someone with that. Thank you for liking a Postmates stock, if you're watching this. I want to add a label. Oh, I have if I spelled label right. How big is this? Oh, okay. Actually, that makes sense. We might repair it too. Anyway, so. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I'm not used to messing with AI. Or the UI. I don't know AI. I don't know if that's the AI either, honestly. Not mess with Godot's AI. I wish I could do this in HTML. That'd be faster. So I want rows and columns. I legitimately want an HTML table at this point. Okay, it's gone out of control. Maybe we can just search through it until we find what we actually want. Create a container. Oh, I am face palming right now. You can't see because my hands aren't moving and the thing. Create container is what I wanted the whole time. Oh, I should have looked it up online before or at least looked around. Okay, I am so dumb. I bet if I do another label. Or maybe not. Maybe we can control how. Okay, I want to control label to be a specific way. How do I do that is the question. Because I want it to have a split line down the middle, basically. Get on the second label. Or I could go right. Or not. That's not what I want to do at all then. Okay. Let's lay out through this case. Well, I guess the reverse. You might just have to do that for now. So, anyway. This is health. One target road changing? No. I made this right. Layout. Where's layout? Okay, it's not going to do what I want it to do. That is the answer. I'm doing right to left, and it should. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's not doing what I want it to do. I want it to be like over there. Label. And one of those are only two abilities we have. It's the health and energy with character. So, give me the description. Super simple. You'll probably just add description. Well, actually, no, we can just name it battle. Just name the next thing attack. So, attack. Oh, we can add fandom as fun. So, here we can name this fandom. Label fandom. Here, what the thing says, I didn't mean to do to a child there. Attack. Description. So this will be TXT fandom. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go there. TXT attack. Okay, okay. Label attack description. We're gonna just name label attack. And the description. Missing no label, gone a wire. And I think that has to be outside the grid. Missing description, fandom, gone a wire. To description. And change one of these to missing null. Change that to missing null. Change that description to description. We make a color on that. We change this to control. These guys are control. So panel. Oh, actually, another idea I can add in is roll. We should rename that to roll. That's better. So I am trying to figure out how to color the background. It's going to be done through themes. That didn't have the intended effect at all. I tried. This clearly doesn't have a background drop. I mean, it has to be transformed. I have to do. That was the problem. Okay, and we'll have it go back here. Can we do like a word wrap on that? That'll work. Oh. A little bit of padding on that, so. Let's have that there. That's up there. This bit. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Nobody has to. Except for the person who watched this part of the stream. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, we don't. Ah, close enough. Make sure that the background sheet... Oh! Background sheet covers the text. Okay, cool. And it should word wrap properly there, too. So we can have long descriptions if we choose to. I'm going to keep the tag a little bit simple, but that's fine. Oh, role simple. So we could say healer does blank, and then description can explain further detail. So, that works good. I like that. So, you know, the fun part, actually making this programmable. Instead of just layout text. So, but I want to change the background first. We need a background color. I just don't know how to do it off the top of my head. That's technically how we do it, but we don't want that one, obviously. Spell blocks. Not that color though. Oh, wait a second. When did I get a background? Oh, no. Anyway. We need to attach a script to this. So, attach a script. Yep, but I don't want it in structure. I actually want in the other one. Scripts. We're going to name it character sheet with all caps. So, I don't know if I want them to be all in one, but now it is. So that works out in the end, I think. So, we can either do manual export or internal export. It doesn't matter what we pick at the end of the day. Fuck you, bot. How do I... Okay. Sorry, I'm blocking a bot. I don't want someone to offer views to me. I'm not doing this for a lot of views. Sadly, I think I lost the other viewer on Twitter. Oh well. That's sad. Not Twitter, Twitch. Oh well. Anyway, export. Var. Let's see. We'll just go with health. Equals. Or not equals. Is it equals? Should be like get. And we should be able to do. We do have TXT. So she will just go txt health dot text. Can I go? So if we pull up the label value, it should just be text. Maybe not without the brackets. It is Godot we're talking about. Maybe it does need brackets. So it is. Okay. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'm not sure what to hit here with this. Okay, one sec as we go look at another file. I'm just not as familiar with GDScript as I should be. Well, I say should be, but this is the only time I use GDScript besides another thing I worked on. Which, that will not be public for a while. So I'm still fixing those scripts. Oh. An entity. Please tell me you got. Okay. Gotta be like a unit or something. Oh, not that. No, maybe actually, yeah, would have that type of thing. It is literally just that and that. Okay. That was probably all I forgot. What's it whining about? Probably one that it can't do a set. It's a value. That's probably what it wants. Something like that. Oh, we forgot the most important part of that. We have a set and get. What's it whining about? So we're just not allowed to use it here. Makes sense, actually. Because that exports from editor, and we're not even going to do this in the editor. We just need to do this in here in code, which we'll show in a minute. Okay, and then fandom. So we can just do txt fandom. And let's view the 2D real quick. Let's rename it role. There we go, and we're gonna give it give it a unique name. Go, and we give that a unique name. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. And what else? Right. We need to go back to the script. We got fandom. And then we're gonna have role. txt role. Okay. So that seems good so far. And just a straight up setter. Okay, and if we go close that, close. Oh, we actually need scenes. Menus, structure, select your menu. You can, at least in the meantime, just add the menu in as a placeholder. Oh, we can do pop-ups. So I should attach some. After all, I guess we are doing it the way I was kind of not planning on doing it. Okay, and if we compare... Okay, there is the start game. Maybe about there, so I'm thinking. So there's the characters we've selected. There's the character selection, and that's the hover stats. So every character, we need now. We know the health, we know the energy, we don't know the fandom. So every character needs a fandom. And every character is going to need a description and a role. So. Sounds that would be cool. Right there. So we're gonna call for replaceable functions basically. So get role, and we're gonna have a function. Actually, we shouldn't do pass. We should return missing no. Let me just copy that 3 times, actually. Get fandom and get description. Just always seems weird to me. There we go. So back to thing we want to view here. So when we're hovering over a character, we'll go back to the actual script for this. So for buttons, we can use this button here as an example. There should be a focus entered, focus exit, or focused entered, focused exited, and then there should be I don't know what the order of that is. If it works the way I hope it does, hopefully focus exit calls first and then another focus enter happens. So what happens that way, we can just do a fade and then immediately revamp. Because we want to have controller support too here. Anyway, so hopefully focuses, we do mouse entered exit. Hopefully it's the same. Well, actually mouse exit case, that's fine because it takes even a second for a mouse to exit one to go to another. So we're good there. So that will work as planned. We don't know about the focus though. But we're going to find out here in a minute. So here comes the fun part. Does the focus exit work as planned? Anyway. Should we just do an inline function, I believe, in Godot? I believe I actually have one in here. I can just, yep, right here with pressed. So we can do connect with the event name. So on, we're going to do that. We can do it on the generate function. So generate function should go to menu util. I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Okay, we actually have it back again. Anyway. Now we can... Oh, wait a second. They wouldn't know the... Menu util wouldn't know it. Know the menu, I mean. Never mind. We can't do it from there. Fine. Character button dot connect. Okay, so focus entered. How much of a function called setup? So function setup, and actually we can pass that function into that menu. So we don't even need that actually. And we should have it actually twice. I wonder if I should just pass the pressed and on focus and defocus events. Would be correct. Just wonder. Yeah, I think we should do that probably. So we'll call it onSelect, onSelect. Like that. Alright, we'll do it that way. So we're going to copy that base logic. We're going to make sure we don't destroy any logic first. That is the rule of refactoring. Because before we add new functionality, we have to make sure we don't break old functionality. Don't actually know if that's a rule, I just made that up. Menu util's right there, so. Click. Just take this. And we'll probably just do on click. And this would just be button. So on click. I think that's where I want it to go. I want it to be selector menu. Selector menu. That's where I want it to be. Boom, boom. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm distracted by the music. I want to do add character, not add character. Actually, it is an add character what we're looking for. Put an F in front of that. Okay. Did we not save the other one? This should be good now. Other one should be bad. That's what I expect. Why are you whining? In a bracket. Whoa. Character button's not defined in scope. Get index is the hard part here. Alright, we're gonna make it null. Because actually we do need the index of the current button. Actually we could. No, well, does it do that? We'll see in a second if it does that. That's sec being now. It doesn't do that. If anything, we got errors here. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't pass any arguments. That's great. The adding character's fine. Wait, no, it doesn't. There anyway. There's a way to remove the by index. That's the same button, I'm pretty sure. And you like self-target index? This may not work as planned either. Okay, so that. I want to remove the bird. That is not getting rid of the right index. It's getting rid of the first index only. That's getting the index of the UI. That's not the buttons index. We want the buttons index, not the full UI's index. So can I maybe not do a get self or dot self and get what I want? Nope. It's still first. Okay. Godot, on click, get the button. Get source button. I won't do it through a mouse click event. I want to just do a button click event. That's not what I want. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it, but we're gonna have to do it the way it was previously. So we are just gonna pass a null here. Click. It might just be a click. We'll find out in a sec. Either click or unclick. I think it's actually click. So if we actually go into, which we're gonna have to anyway. Pressed. Probably do know too many languages. And let's add an extra if pressed or on click. I named it on click. That's the reason I'm mixing it all up. So make sure we didn't break logic. And we remove the turtle specifically. Yay, okay. And we can also select around like that. We don't even need to have a controller to confirm. Okay, cool. Sorry. Okay, and I actually want to fix a focus issue I have with the game at the moment. So if we remove a character, shouldn't go after the accept button. We should go after the one that's the current index if it exists. So get child count. It's less than. If it happens to be less than. No, if it is less than, it actually would be greater than. So if one is index, so if index is that, turn, and we'll have selected. So we'll focus the next child there. So, a little crazy, but it might work. So we can do that. Oh, no, it didn't work. Why is it just... There we go. That's what we wanted. Alright. Now I need to make the onhover code. So we call first function hide description, and we're just going to take our, what's it named? We need to. I did originally make this more dynamic, but it's fine as is. So character sheet. Oh no! Character sheet. Because I'm thinking like D&D with them say character sheet. We're going to take character sheet and make the modulate. And we're going to make A equals 0. So when this loads, we're going to immediately hide the description. Okay. Function. Go. Description. Don't care. Actually, we do need a character, so. Character. Actually, we need a character at this point. First thing we do is we make the selection.modulate.a1. And then we make set character. We'll do character. I should do the character code and character sheet. So function, funct, set character. I don't like that way. And then we can just go right down the line. So health equals character dot max health. Oh, we forgot haste. No, that is energy. That's energy. Actually, it's right. Health. And then energy. I'm going to rename energy here. We're going to make it called time. That's time. Oh, I forgot the time. That'll be for a second. Someone will figure that out. Energy. I don't know. Haste. So random equals character dot get random. And then roll equals character dot get roll. That's not character. Get my description. Get turn. Description text equals value. Okay, and we need to make this unique name. There we go. So set character, and then we need. Oh wow, we just description, the one we just added. That'd be capital B. We might change it later, but it doesn't matter today. It's internal to this file. And that should be the stuff we need to get that rolling. Now we just gotta do unique for every character and the new characters when they come up. So, oh yeah, we didn't actually add the hover part yet. Alright, so. Okay, so we just go right back, but didn't. So we're gonna go in selector menu. Close other. And I actually want to get into the utils, wherever that is hiding. Menu utils. On click, we want on focus and off focus. Maybe on blur, what I call it. I don't know if that's the exact name of the function. We know it's a button that we go off of, so if on focus, we're going to do both. Focus entered. Focus. And we're also going to do mouse enter. So entered. Is it idiot? Mouse entered. Cool. And then we can just swap it around for the next side. So on blur. And we just take, copy that. Oh, I covered one extra spot I didn't mean to. I want the button focused again, and it should be mouse exit, exited. And is it focused left? So, focus. Where's focus? Focus exited. Cool. That works. We like that. So, that gets those buttons there. Right, we didn't actually add any functions there. I'm just going to scroll, but it didn't. Let's stop it. Self dot. Description. You know, let's just do index. Just be hide. I'll have to be index for that one. Can you do like a slash on these? Oh, that makes sense. Worry about that. We do want index though. Oh, that's weird. index, and now we should look at the characters at index. Just look up that instance index until we find what we want. Oh look, selectable characters index. That's what we wanted. There we go. Sorry, to make sure my mic was still on. I just had the sudden thought to like, oh, my mic's still on. It is. Should be. Actually, I could just look at my, silly me. I could have just easily looked over there. Right over at, Godot. Sorry, what text? I'll look at that later. Not important now, though. Sorry. Reading. I got distracted by Twitter. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm scratching my eye. I am super distracted right now. I'm so sorry. So, remove character, we add character, hide description, show description. So that should automatically hide the description. This should automatically show it based on that. Selectable characters should be preloaded characters, right? It's a pack scene. It might be memory leak. That's the prettiest way to do this. And we're going to immediately fix it, actually, because we're going to immediately delete the character once it's done there. Character sheet. Then be free. Sad they never see the light of day. Oof, and I didn't see the light of day, whatever that caused. Okay, character selector and pause. Okay, selectable character. Character. Wasn't supposed to be character selection. It's supposed to be character sheet. Probably hope we had the right thing. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that makes more sense. And character txt health, which is accessible that way. Is the text any different? It is not. What is it wanting about then? So we need to make sure it's text. This does not accept non-text. So we're going to make sure all of these are text then. Reasonable error. Okay. Godot. Float to string. Yeah, that's actually right. Okay. str And we're going to str this too. This is ridiculous. And there, it shows the different healths per character. And that shows the amount of time. Yeah, she is 2 health now. So, we can see the different stats on characters now, so far. We do need to fill out those fandom stuff, though. So, let's go down the line. Starting with Doki Bird, probably. So, we're going to take that. Oh, not do action. We don't need to do action. We just need these 3. So, actually, it's going to be Takadashi first. Yeah. Okay. So, healing support. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna see. She had to spell her full name. So I want to get the full name. There we go. So, test to make sure this works as expected. Going off it does not work as expected. However, unfocused does work as expected. And yeah, we know the fandom. Okay. Anyway, next person. Which now it is Doki Bird. Told you we're gonna do them. Oh, whoa, that is not right. Let's go back. Just take that. So, don't have to mention a whole line for them. They're just Doki Bird. Oh, we forgot their names. We can add that in a minute. So, ranged damage. Bolts that bounce and lose damage over time for existing. Lose damage over travel time. Let me make it clear. Yep. I would say blue bolts. Doki Bird. Okay. Oh, we won't do this. See. Yeah, the genius. Is that how I spell genius? Google. Is that how I spell it? That is how I spell it. Thank you, Google. Explodes when enemies come near. Too much pressure. Yeah. All right. Okay. Beetle. Sama's ice spell. This is just evil Nero. Alright, whatever. Just making sure I'm spelling them right. And I guess it's just like that. Okay. I like that description. Anyway, and Crabro. Melee DPS. So Saba. Actually, it's Saba's full name. Saba's full name. I want her full name. Samiko Saba. I knew something like that. Little crab 2. Saba. I like that description. Make sure all the descriptions are like that. Yeah, we have every description be somewhat unique. Okay, I think I like the description. I'm going to make it word focused, but we'll do that in a sec. Well, I'm going to describe Enos. I might actually change what she does to later, but for now it's fine. Right, I forgot she's under the Hololive mounted here still. I can't talk. Hmm. There. Now there's all the reason they do it. See. Summons. Okay. Doing good. Right. We actually want to change how this lays out. 2D. We need this to be smarter. So I want it to be arbitrary, I want it to be word. There we go. She was in retirement star. They mastered the art of firing blue bolts that deal damage. That seems awkward right there. That transition seems awkward. Let's go back to Doki Bird and fix that. From years of watching Doki Bird while she was in retirement, firing damage to enemies and bounce off of walls. Or they lose damage over travel time. I like that description. Let's look at it live. Let's look at it live. Okay. Mirrors of watching Doki while she was in retirement. They master the art of firing blue bolts that deal damage to enemies and bounce off walls. However, they lose damage over time. Kind of a run sentence, but we're not. No one cares. To show their love and affection for Ina, they summon little hearts around the map that can be picked up by units to be healed. So they're healing. Due to the fear of disappointing the true genius of VTubers, they explode when enemies come near, out of fear of being solved. You know, we didn't put a Dio in there. We're gonna put a Dio. Dio. There we go. Dio. Back to the actual thing. We'll get that in a sec. I've read that in my head. Loyal crabs to Saba, they deal fierce pincher damage to anything that approaches them from the front. Approaches to the front of them. Neurosummon summons pipes that land on enemies to help protect Beetle. Okay, and we need to actually add another thing in. So I want to move everything possible. So I can't move everything. Actually, I could have probably just... No, I can't. Never mind. Just want to have a separate label for name. Label. Name. Make that bold. Bold. Oh, okay. I do that. Oh, I want to change the font. I want it to be like bigger. Oh. 26 probably be good enough. I should kind of move these. Let's see. I'm gonna move about fandom because I think people care most about. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted. Pro Raptor energy. So, damage, healing. Make that 0. So we got 2 more things to add every character. So, first off, we're gonna make this. Oh, excuse me. Okay, and that's a unique name. Skill. Sorry, reading text. I'm gonna make skill, label skill also. We're gonna actually have 3. Because most of them are going to deal damage or healing or some other skill. So that's going to be the fun part. So we're going to have a thing called get damage, because not all of them deal damage or healing. So, alright, we're going to call it get roll skill and get roll skill name. So, go into character. Function get roll skill name. Turn, damage, heal, function, get roll, skill, value, turn missing null, function, get name, turn missing number. Like a godot built-in function? Okay. Get character name. Make sure there isn't like a get name already. Must be built-in godot thing. It's fine. Anyway, Takada leads us. Let's just plain healing, and we can probably just get the stat. So if we ever change the stat, we can just see the stat. Okay, we are changing that. So we need to go into heal orb. Thank you. So our healing, that needs a change. So needs to be changeable is what I meant to say, but that's not. Character heal, make sure it is healing. That symbol healing. Okay, good. We do set heal. Bring. What's the STR? It's just STR. Healing per orb. Alright. And I want to make sure I can spell Takadachi. Well, actually, just take the name. There. Takadachi. Regular dragon. The intention was to have like 10 of them, but no, we got it. Goon. What's the at least it doesn't damage. Okay, physically, aren't I? Okay. Okay, fine. Not the one I was expecting. Oh, they'd have both have the same script. What's the script? I want to be friendly laser. It would just be laser. But I made them both the same script. I don't care about that. I don't lose issues. I just want the damage stat. And I actually want to go back to Godot. So, export var damage equals damage, which equals 2. Laser dot damage equals damage per bolt. Yeah, oh, actually, that's right. That's right. All right, and next to the next character, Kenya. There we go. That's a good name. This would be per pipe. Damage stat we do. Cool. Yeah, this just be Beetle. Alright. And I'm even though nothing's consistent. It's not the main point. Okay. Let's make sure. Oh, we did not do this part. We can actually set it up. Okay, and we need to add 3 more of these. I'm super lazy. I'm just going to do the same 3 right there. Okay, so we need name. Should be txt name. Make sure that's accessible directly. Okay. Full skill. Suitable skill label. That's almost bad. Anyway. Full skill. Character got it. And name. Should be everything. Okay, now we should have everything. Dragoon, Takadachi. And use Rubik's Cube. We didn't do one on Saba. We need to do Sabas. So, we got Dragoon, we got Takadashi. Okay. So you test everything. Oh, perfect. Where we got, we need to copy. We should look at Indie. We should see Saba. Per snap. Damage. I have that stat right. Oh. Let's see. Saba's fan base name. I want to get the official name. So, Kaniki Crab Bros. There we go. The Kaniki. Okay. That looks good so far. Probably improve the description thing a little bit, but when mouse goes out, it doesn't go off. Let me make sure I didn't misspell mouse exit. Debugger might actually tell me. Nope, that is just a weird bug. Then we can start animating making another character today. I think. We should decide on the character, which we got 2 good choices and a few others that are just out there. Sorry, thinking. Oh yeah, 3 characters technically, because I forgot we also have Kiara's. But I don't want to do another English Gen 1. We will do that a little later. At least that'd be the idea. So. It's perfectly fine by me. Right, but first we want to make sure we don't have a selector bug here. I don't know if we're going to get character done today, which is fine. We may not release a patch because we didn't really change any bugs. I mean, I guess we did move some of the UI to be slightly larger, but we aren't going to release it. We don't have character done today. Fine though. Selector menu, right? Which menu utils actually is what I want, which is. Thought I just. There it is. So mouse exited. That's it. That was it. So now it goes away. Yep. Now we change focus. Yippee! That is a lot easier to focus, too. Looks like that. Okay. That is a lot better. I like it so far. The problem is it kind of flickers when you go in and out, but that's fine. I want to go through all the characters and make sure there is a dub, whatever it's called. So, healing that symbol. This. That symbol, vine boom. Rubik's Cube, vine boom. If Gushers weren't like copywritten, I probably would just do Gushers of that one variety just to represent I can't remember the fox's name. Backflip Chan? I don't know. Fillion. I'm ashamed I couldn't remember his name her name for a second. Healing. Damage. Yeah, this is the one that does healing. Oh, is it 5 per snap? I thought it was 10 per snap. He's missing out a lot of health. Description's a bit intense, but it works for now. Maybe we can add some RPG elements into the actual game itself. But we'll worry about that on the non-demo maps. So we should build 2 more maps, I think, before we work on those elements. We got 1 map that's basically done. We just need 2 more. That's what I'm thinking. So, I said I'd make another character today. We're going to figure out which character. I'm not zooming into a directory. Oh, okay. I'm going to go off of that. This directory. Anyway. Characters we want to make. Let's get back to this. So, Hope Soda. That is almost one of those most interesting options. That's another healer. Or possibly other benefits. That could be like damage up to... Well, let's see what Hope Soda does in other games. So if it's like healing item, let's see, what does it do in Hollow Cure? No, I don't care. Increases critical and special cooldown. Okay, okay. So, haste giver. Okay. So, haste boost. That can actually be really good. So it can be like a flat. So a flat 20%. Or I mean, maybe not flat 20%. How about 20% per? So what that would mean calculator-wise is the first one is so you got 100 haste. So the first one divides it by 5. Or not divides it by 5. Divides it. Sorry, 100 divided by. Shoot. Times 0.2. Times 0.8, actually. Taking 20% off, which would be just 80% of it. So 100 times 0.8, which is 80%. And then the second one times it by 80%. And then the third one times it by 80%. So you really do fall off a benefit by like the third one. But one or two of those in your party, really good. And the reason why I'm doing that this way is because I may want to have more than just two, or I may want to have more than just one character. So, Hope Soda, I actually like that idea. And it can even like be a burst. Like it just takes out 20% of whatever's currently in the cooldown. So that can make some of them like really fast. So like maybe the Hini Explosion can be fast, the Saba can be fast, and then like Doki Bird ones will be slower, but that's fine. So like every 5 seconds it takes out 20% of everyone else's. So someone with big math could definitely see how that could really OP in a few cases. But I like thinking of team compositions like that, so unnerved to be 20% remove. So, wow. We might go with Hope Soda, actually. And then, what's Crony's name based on? I want to get that right. Oh, they are just called cronies. Yeah, KFP employee is what we're going to do for that. And I think fire could also be an alternative to what they do with that. So we got a few options with them. With Kiara. So Kiara, I'm not going to do as much now. I really like having another ability into the game. With Hope Soda. So that might be the solution. And AoE mold damage. And we can make that like the garlic in Vampire Survivors. Which is hilarious. So, Slimpkin Slippa has a mold aura. And I also like the idea of the dogs doing stuff. Oh, they can like pick up items too, potentially. So we can have like others do items. So maybe this will be later. We do these the third gen for them later. I couldn't really think of anything for the them two. And that one is just brain rot, honestly. That one could just be a rock. It does random AoE damage. So unlike well, I mean, right now this is just pure replication of Beetles. Right now, Beetles is to change. Do one of the Tims from Project Melody, but I don't know what they would do. Yeah. I think honestly the best way to go right now probably is a Hope Soda. So let's look at image example. All right. Those are our examples. And I think that one's from HoloCure. Yeah, that's HoloCure. Which, yeah, it's kind of good. Can't use their textures because that defeats the purpose of this project. Although their texture is really good. I'll give them that. So we want to replicate that somehow. Which I guess it's funny that that would be Iris's mascot with a drop-in hopium. Okay, I don't see a lot of other options. I never ever actually, if it is an actual thing, I never tried any. I just kind of assumed it was like soda marketing. Anyway. Oh. I cannot type. Alright. New character. Hope Soda. Don't want to upgrade. You know, we should just over 9,000. Oh, want to make sure it's completely down. Okay, so soda should be easy to do. It should just be pop, 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 pop. Oh, pop. Get the colors. There's oh, I have the color already open. I am blind. I need to change this to overwrite. That back. 2, 2, 3. Making sure. Maybe like 2 pixels for the top. Yeah. And then we can do that to represent the top of the soda. And that represents the bottom of the soda. Colors of Hope. Definitely some kind of hot pink, it looks like. I wish I could just strip to color picker. We know it's more red, and then it goes more pink at the bottom. So, start off. Not be too. That's too red. We need a bit darker. There we go. That's more like cherry red. All right, and that looks more pink. We want. Oh, whoops. I should have white text that says hope. Maybe not. No, I don't want you to do whatever that is. It takes 3 pixels for H. 3. How many pixels? 16 by 16. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. That to cover the whole thing, we're going to have the whole full text. And it's like assuming that we can get like a P through that. Maybe we can squish it in a weird way. So it's like an H, so this needs 2 pixels for the O. I mean, a bit of minimalizing, but there's also, you want to do soda too, maybe. Well, do it that way, we actually move this up pixels. We can do a kind of D like that. We do O's like that. So, I mean, it can kind of be like, oh, how are we going to do the next thing? Oh, that was definitely the color expected. Fade maybe blue to that. Let's fill in the color around so we can at least somewhat determine what we're doing with this. Oh. Maybe like so. We almost need more pixels to do it that way. Oh. Kind of see it as a lowercase h. Hold on. Alright, let's put a gray on. Soda. Oh, oops, soda can. Nowhere near as good as the Holocure version. Red. Make sure of the controls, so I do it the hard way. I mean, if you can... I mean, I'm gonna bring in just match its Hope Soda. That's fine. Actually, that is the better color. It's Hope Soda. How we can make this more red, even blue. Oh, that is almost like majestically different. It's there. It's almost purple. Well, actually kind of hurts my eyes looking at the difference. I need to make it less red, though. We need to make it more red than that, though. We need to make it... That might... Ah, that's too strong contrast. But still too strong contrast there, too. That's almost right. The contrast almost works perfectly between those. We just need to get to that point where it's contrasted slightly different. So I thought darker, but darker is not the key. It's gotta be brighter. It's the key. But not that kind of bright. It needs to be more red. Less pink. It's almost. See, that's almost perfect. It's still a bit harsh. Let's see if we can tone down just the top right a bit. Nope, that's not toning it down, that's making it brighter. That's too bright. Still want it to be darker. Maybe a little bit brighter than that, so I'm thinking. Actually, that is probably perfect. Alright. That is the quickest we've made a soda, technically. But we want to have a sparkling effect when it inspires everybody. So. Alive, Iris. Hope. Soda. That is the texture we're going to go with. Honestly, the text, I don't know if I can do the text. So I'm looking at the thing again, and I kind of did it wrong. Think about it. Maybe what it should be. I'm making sure we're saved here before I go off the rails. Maybe it should be like that. Opposite color. Opposite color. And then it should be white in the center. Wait, what? Okay, I see the difference now. So I gotta try that again. So, that's wrong. I need to do the bottom like that. Now it works better with this contrast color here. Doesn't work as well to other color. I'm going to make it like even more pink. Then we can see the difference. It needs to be even more. To represent what it is inside of it, we can do a white. That. I hate to say, I think this looks worse. Let me make sure that isn't like something bad. Just wanted to make sure that it didn't show up as anything weird. Alright, read and work plan related. Okay. Just making sure that I can't, like, say anything bad. It's hard to tell from this angle. That is Hope Soda, though. So, anyway. Oh, what am I doing to save there for? I wanted to save this. So, we are going to copy this onto a new thing. Just to figure out the layer. I want yellow, I'm pretty sure. Like heroic. I'm in override mode, right? Why is it not? Okay. Let's delete that layer. Oh, starts there. We'll just spread out. Like, you need like somehow brighter, I just feel like. So maybe it needs to just sparkle off the can. Something like that. Well, I feel like we need to have the whole can layout for when it does its thing. Maybe there. Something like that, I'm thinking. Oh! Remove that other layer and just. How do I new layer? Let's make 5 animated layers. So this layer is no longer visible and that's gone. So that's its normal position. This is its normal state. And we're gonna remove. Actually, we don't know this is an override mode. We can just go straight no alpha. So it's just full powered. Oh, no. Copy that. Put in layer 4, hide layer 4, 3. Okay, cool. So now we're going to remove. Oh, I made it blank. Oh, it is blank. I'm just blonde. Move like half of that, half of that. 2 pixels from there, 2 pixels from there, and there. Oh, and layer there. Just gotta be plain. Few pixels. Okay, now we got 6 textures to save. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stage final. Stage 6. Okay. Stage 6, this is stage 5. Stage 5 of hope. Stage 4. Seems like that blank. Okay. I'm going to rename this name the stages. Oh well. Place it. I have an idea for the actual stage 6, actually. Wait a sec, we're gonna have it. Whoops. Rich, why don't we just clear it? Oh, I didn't. Oh, brush size is still. Nah, I must have my pencil. Okay. We need to layer this layer again. Okay, there it is. Okay, now we can actually add the character. Hope. We don't got a lot of time, but we can be hopeful. Ha ha ha. Okay, luckily we can just put it right in Hololive. So, actually, how do I spell iris? No, it is just spelled like this. Sure, textures it's renamed. We might need that in a minute, but let's close everything but Master Roshi. Don't save that one. save that one, I think. Unless I just screwed up and that was one I wanted to save. But we'll find out in a few minutes if we wanted to save that or not, and we'll be mad at ourselves. Anyway, textures. Iris. Or Hololive Iris, not Ina. Cool. And new scene. Hope. Soda. Character. We just start the character. Cool. Switch to character 3D. 2D, I meant. Iris. No. Hope Soda. Obviously, with all of these, we want to just have a character. Butty. Okay, so it should be textures. It should just be the same as it did for all the others. Almost looks good faded, actually, which is surprising. Anyway. So let's go steal a thing from that. Let's just steal the collision shape. Because that is the easiest thing to copy over. Make sure this is unique. Cool. Guess we did change it. And that gives us more room to have the Hope Soda. Oh, not that one. There we go. All right. And back to Takadachi, which actually oversizes their thing. Actually, are the characters 64-bit or 32-bit? I just realized I might have made this unnecessarily hard. They're 32. Oh, I could have had full letters. Oh. Hands on my palm. Okay. Improvements for later. Anyway, oh, that's why it was having the resize difference. You know what? I can't stand it. My brain just can't stand it. I had to improve it. Let's just resize. Can I resize with the anti-aliasing? Can I just double the pixels for everything? Okay, good, 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 good. Okay. Now with a little bit more room on the Hope Soda side, I can actually... Aha! Okay, okay. Which we can also... make this an actual O. Oh my god, why am I so stupid? Oh. It's almost not. We got time. Oh, no, it's a D. It's a D. So, need to do... what's the key? What's the key I need? There we go. There, people can recognize it's Hope Soda now. uh, We need to upscale the other textures too, so we need to open all of these. So. I almost want to do the original resize formula. That way it's faded over it. Let's do this one first with that, and then we're trying to do the others. Where's the thing? Right. Canvas size. That's not what I was thinking of. I needed to actually have the image resize. Let's go back to file on the. Okay, and let's actually copy that over. Oh, right. Let's finish. Let's save that. Add a layer. Which layer features right there? Oh, actually, that is kind of nice. Okay, I actually like that. They're gonna be great, but that works for what we want to do. Okay. Happy accidents. I like how it fades. And I was thinking it needed to maybe fade in, fade out, but I didn't think we had enough space with 32 pixels. However, or 16 pixels, but with 32 pixels, we actually do have the space to do it. Okay, canvas size and 32 by 32. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Keep clicking resize canvas. And yeah, honestly, this mesh should probably also be that way. Oh yeah, that looks like it's gonna be better. So, that looks wonderful. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. All right. Now we need to actually get to make the character, and let's remove that so we can put it back in properly. Yep. Okay, so Hope Soda. And we need to make that back to where we want it to be. The other one, we may not want to be linear. I mean, not linear, nearest. They're like an animated thing I'm looking for. Whoa! No, that's Sprite 3D. No. Sprite frames. Just add these all. Yeah, so you can go pop. We need stage 0. What, dash 0? Score 0. Whatever. Now we're going to call that explode. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe 15. Make that explosion last an extra sec. Actually, I can affect the frame generation. I should see that. Break it. I think I accidentally removed it. Must have clicked Control Z. Anyway, animated sprite 2D. This. Make that last 4. Sure, the image go pop, 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 pop. Needs to be twice as fast. So. Hope explode. Maybe a bit faster. I didn't know precisely where to end. That may be fun. So, that end bit looks bad. So I can tell exactly what the texture is. Alright, we're going to jump to the nearest. And this needs to be twice as long. Not gonna be 25 is too fast. We need to be down to 20. Not going to attach script to that. Okay. Stems. Character. Okay. So hope increases the haste of everything. So that's the idea anyway. So at export bar hope percent increase. It's 20%. So let's close the others. Okay, we need all these. I need to do action also. Okay. So, role is support or haste. Fandom is literally Iris. Iris Apollo Live. Description last. Get the Hope Soda. So on action, world.current layer. Or each, something like that. Maybe it's just 4. Here we go. Yeah. Layer. It's player in. God, I hate how these language differences. Anyway, player. So, if player is an instance of this, so we don't want to do this to ourselves. If there's another arena, though, we can use her. Another Iris, I meant to say. That's interesting. So we want to take player.haste plus. It would be haste countdown. So let's go back to character. They would have haste countdown. So haste countdown equals. Maybe it should be minus equal haste player dot haste times, and this has to be divided by 100. We should call it haste change. Player haste. So we'll take 20% of that, and we subtract it from the countdown. If player dot haste is less than 0, we make it 0. Whenever they go off with their trigger. And when they do their action, they should have Hope Soda animate. Or just Hope, I should say. Make. Possible. Okay. So, animated spread 2D. Let's just look this up real quick. Well, I just want a quick play. Well, I don't care about that. I need to know if I can have like a play once. Okay, maybe I can just set it up inside the thing itself. Okay. And we should have maybe just an animation then. That's going to be the case in that case. Okay. That was the solution after all. Alright. We're going to go back to the first thing. Soap soda, so we just play Hope Explode. So cool. We can play Hope Explode. It does explosion. Heal. Doesn't heal, my bad. Okay. So, haste should be maybe 10. So every 10 ticks, it relieves everyone's ticks. That's what I'm thinking. So, we'll try that in a minute here. We just need to shred everything. Description. How should we describe them so that I'm just gonna say favorite soda. So it might be useless for the Doki birds, but it'd be very useful for some of the slower ones. Which is fine. I want teams to stack up like this in tactical ways. But we need to actually add her now. Yeah, we made a character in an hour. That is a new feat for us. And we made a major mistake with it. And it still worked as intended. So yippee! Okay. We need to actually... under menus, it'd probably be under characters. Selector menu. Oh, I'm looking at the script. Oh, there's not one available at the moment. Anyway, we can add. Oh no, not that. Hope soda. Ta-da! Hope soda. And I already see a mistake on my text. Oh, Hope soda. Now we do have a reason to compile the game when we're done here, because now we have a new character. So, let's see how this goes. Oh, they're all slow cool down. Oh, this may not end well. And we didn't put a hitbox on Hope Soda, did we? That did not look as planned. Okay, maybe play's not a function. Actually, it is a function. What? Oh, because it's just hope. Let me make it slightly faster too, I think. So. Oh, we're going to do. It's ignoring hitboxes. That is weird. Okay, actually, I hope so. It makes sense why it's not doing the hitboxes. That could have been bad. Well, they should have the hitbox 1 by default. Yeah, it does. What? Now we got like 8 minutes before Twitter kicks us out. Anyway, we're almost done here. We just need to confer to Ina for a second. Okay, so layer 2, mask 1. Layer 2, mask 1. Layer 2, mask 1. Layer 2, mask 1. Which might explain the weird stuff that's going on too. Okay. So layer 2, mask 1. Down. Cool. So check. We're gonna check Hinya. She should also have the same layer 2 mask 1. Oh, what the? So she should be Indy. She should be characters. So characters Hinya. Rubik's Cube. Layer 2 mask 1. Yeah, it is the right layers. I don't know. Maybe it was just somehow something else to control. Okay. Do. Okay. I assume it was the Hope Soda that was betraying. And I realized a fatal flaw in the Hope Soda code. It should be continued here. That's why it wasn't having an effect. Because it was maybe getting itself first, or was only affecting. Anyway. Yeah, they need to be faster. I don't think Hope Soda's good as it is right now. Maybe it needs to be quicker. So currently, when the haste is at 5, let's put it down to 2. This will break something, I'm pretty sure. Should be like zap. Yeah, it is every 2 seconds. It's not affecting Hinya at all. Okay. Am I doing the haste countdown wrong? Haste change, player.haste player. Okay. Quick debugging, basically. I need to do plus. No, it wouldn't be plus. So I bet if I go into VS Code and I look at haste countdown, it's... Yeah. So they do action... Oh, that's the wrong... Haste countdown. Minus equal delta. So if it's below 0, it equals that number and it does an action. So it is a countdown. So what's the number we're getting here? How much are we actually taking out? If at all, any at all. Let's do that real quick. No, not her. Zero. Let's do an integer division. Okay. I don't think it's having an effect. That's the bad part. Well, it says maybe. Oh. It's not having an effect because I didn't actually change the code. Okay. And we're going to move it back up to 5 seconds after this. But we need to see the change. Oh, damn. Maybe 10 seconds is the safe bet. So now they're affecting each other too. Oh, man. Alright, and after this, we're going to call it quits after we just get this running. I'm going to compile it and give it out to people in GitHub. If they want it. And even one of those is going to be great. Oh, well, we died. Probably lasted quite a while. Alright. Well, that is all. Good night, everybody. Have fun. If you stayed up, go to bed. If you watch this later, have fun with it later, too. Stop now.